Alright, so last time we left off, we were in the Iron Whale. The Iron Whale. Like, whale. It's a Whitest Kids You Know reference for those of you who don't know. I'm funny, I swear. I promise. I do try. I'm just not that good at it, I don't think. I don't know, you're not. Oh, fuck. I should stop focusing on my anti-humor. OP! Alright, let's try that again. Do not jump on that when it's going down. Also, I have no way to reclaim that money. That's great. Ah! I killed it with its own thing. Suck it. I am the master of the balls. That didn't come out right. Ha! Nice. I've never seen that happen. I didn't know the anchors could no. I didn't know the anchors could actually damage you. This is probably the hardest part of the level because of the anchors. If anything, I don't really like how the anchors work. I think they're a little bit clunky, to say the least. Which really shouldn't surprise anyone because they're fucking anchors, but you get my point. Nope. Alright. You do want to kill this scrub before you start moving over the anchors, otherwise it's really annoying. Alright, so basically as one anchor goes up, and then you jump. And as the next one goes down, you jump. And you jump, and you jump. This will lead you over to a little secret area over here. Now, this is a little bit tricky because there's lots of falling stuff. Which you might get hit by, you might not. If you have a phase locket, this is easy. If not, it's not that easy, but I don't care, so I'm not going to bother fighting. We're close to the checkpoint going into the boss, so I'm not really going to worry about it. Now, there's an area coming up that people say is actually kind of difficult. I don't think so. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. Ah, you knocked the snail out. I'm good at what I do. Alright, so this. So you have to hit the little thing. Basically, just slash preemptively. You won't even have to do anything. Or you can die like a fucking scrub. Because I'm bad. Wow. I do not usually do this bad. Alright then. We'll do the anchor segment over again. As I said before, preemptively slash. You will probably not die. If you're terrible, maybe. And I am. So I mean, like... Okay. Dodge. Just gonna jump on you. There we go. I have no idea what those enemies are supposed to be. I kind of wish like this would do like some old games where it actually tells you the name of all the enemies after you beat them, like after you beat the game. But it doesn't do that, so I mean... Boop. Get wrecked. If it did, that'd be kind of nice, but it doesn't, so... Alright. As you reach the thing, just slash at it. As you think you have shovel range on it, just slash at it, and then jump at the end. Those little walls, I mean. Alright, and then you have the checkpoint here. Then you have the boss. I would break that, but, you know. My gems, my vessel, my ocean. Your very presence tarnishes. I can't voice act for shit. Whatever. Duel me, scrub! Come at me, faggot! Do it. Do it, bro! I'm from Machinima. I am fucking... whatever. I curse to be funny. I am... play COD. What? No, I'm not. I don't do that. I don't do that, though. Don't think I do. So this fight is a little bit annoying if you don't have items. It's really hard to dodge all of his attacks and get competent hits on him. And his patterns are a little bit irregular. Like, sometimes he will use the little chain thing and go up. Sometimes he won't. But, yeah. And he'll also dodge you. Alright, when he throws out this, jump. Stay away from the mines, which he will try to hit you with. If you fall into that thing, you lose 500 gold and you can't reclaim it. Which is pretty suck, but, you know, could be worse. Ah, shit. Alright, well, I went into that with slightly lowered health. If I hadn't, I would have done that pretty okay. Now, let's go back into it. Most of the bosses, I'd say, are made more easy with items, but you don't need items to beat them. Like, this boss is made really easy with the phase locket, but if you don't have the phase locket, it's really not that... It's slightly harder than it would otherwise be, but it's not that bad. And you can still get hits on him even when he's up like that. Alright. I have no idea if you can dodge that that gold thing. I keep trying to call it sand. It's not sand, it's gold. It looks like sand. Anyway, when he does that gold explosion, I don't know if you can block it. I would assume you can't. I haven't seen any way to do it. Maybe you can jump over it. I don't know. I know the phase locket is really good for that because you can get out of the range. Or rather, you can just phase your way out of it. And you don't really have to deal with it. But other than that, boss isn't that bad. Oh, don't be dumb. And like I said before, bouncing will always get you where you want to be. So bounce like a pro and you will never have problems. It'll be the best Shovel Knight that ever night shoveled. Yeah, that's the terminology I'm going with. Well, sip of my drinky drink. Alright then. This game is actually a lot easier than I thought it would be without items. I keep saying this game is so easy, guys. Oh god, I'm gonna get to the last fight and just get totally fucking destroyed by it. The final boss is actually pretty hard. Like, I know I died several times to it. Even if you get the patterns down, it's really hard to dodge. Like, the phase locket is insurmountably better than any other item when you get to that point. Okay, so there's a mini-boss over there. Gonna fight him after I go get my Dynamo Mail. Dynamo Mail is 6,000, I believe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This guy sells you Dynamo Mail. No, because that's what I'm wearing. Dynamo Mail. Dino Mail! Mo. Shut up. I know what I'm talking about. Alright, so in order to get that note block, which I intend to do, note block, this is not Mince Raft. It's not fucking Skyda's Minecraft. It's not that. To get that, you have to go to the other end of the airship, drop down, and you will be able to access it. Just nice if you want to go, you know, get shovel upgrades, which I intend to, so I'm gonna go fight these guys, these little mini-bosses. Actually, I don't have to. I'm gonna do it anyway. I got the Dynamo Mail now. This guy's not really that challenging. So these guys are basically, the mini-bosses you're seeing are kind of like lone adventurers who are pretty much, they have their own little mini-missions, which actually makes the world feel a little bit more alive. It lets you know that, you know, you're not the only hero adventuring all over the world. There's also these guys, which use very similar color palettes. And that you can bounce on, and it's great, because you can hit them with the slash if you're actually good enough to do it. When that guy hits the ground, do not be on the ground. You want to jump when he starts landing. If you don't, you will get stuck and you'll get hit by those lightning things. Other than that, boss isn't that hard. He swings around a bunch. The lightning is a little bit hard to dodge later on. Oh, shit. Ah! Bollocks. I almost had it. Yeah, he doesn't take that many hits. That might have been a little bit too fast, but as you can see, Dynamo Mail, everything easier. Your charge slash does one full orb of damage, so it's a lot more efficient than your normal slash. Smack! Yay, I get your tears. Nom 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 nom. I eat your tears. Your sorrow. And then he poofs. I was kind of hoping these guys would come back and help you with the final boss fight, kind of, but they don't. They do come back in a scene I will not spoil, but they don't come back for any sort of final boss fight. Which is kind of unfortunate. They're really cool. Ish. This guy's pretty animu, but, you know. The others, not so animu. This guy's made really easy with the phase locket. I do not know how he is without the phase locket. I haven't fought him without the phase locket. Because I'm a weak scrub who doesn't do stuff without the phase locket. As I remember, he's not that bad, but dodging his projectiles is really hard. Those little boomerang things are pretty efficient. Oh god. They move so fast and so erratically that it's really hard to track them, so it's all about his skill. It's all about that Twitch skill, that, you know, Twitch TV skill. To get rid of these orbs, bounce. Really easy way to do it. Don't be terrible. Don't be terrible. I'm being terrible. Don't be terrible. Just try to jump on him and land in a hit. That's probably the best you can hope for. Ah, shit. Alright, he's dead. The mini bosses aren't that bad. They're a nice little in-between challenge, especially considering you don't have to go through an entire level to fight them. They're really not that bad. And they all give, usually, like, about 2,000 gems, I think. This guy gives about 1,800 and a music note, which is pretty much worth about 2,300. So that's pretty good. We can actually go back and trade that for the, what is it called? I don't know. The thing that lets me shovel everything immediately. Makes the shoveling process all the easier. And whatever. Animu. Raise. Kumo. Nanda kore desu ka ne? Kawaii. Desu. I don't fucking know. Look, I just work here, okay? I don't know what I'm talking about. Also, those don't count as items. I'm not counting them as items. Items, I'm counting as anything that is like a usable item that you would put toward, well, use. Put to use. Anyway. You know what I'm talking about. Even if you don't. Fire slimes, different from the slimes we've encountered before. Can't jump on them. Jump on them, you take damage. Don't do it. I'm not going to demonstrate that. These sand-looking blocks are pretty much exactly what they look like, sand. If you try to jump through them, you will just go straight through them. You won't bounce. So don't do that, and you won't die. Luckily, the controls are tight enough where you probably won't have that issue. You can mine out some of these if you want. Gets a little bit more money. I don't care enough to. At this point, the money's actually kind of superfluous to me because I have almost all the money. I think I have pretty much everything I want. I have my Dynamo Mail, and I have all the health upgrades I can buy, so really, there's almost no point to having money at this point. So if I die, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. Which, I admittedly think might be an issue with Shovel Knight, because at a point, money becomes kind of worthless, and you stop trying to get it. I mean, like, you probably won't know that on your first playthrough. You'll probably be like, oh, look at all this stuff I can buy. Look, it's all so expensive and stuff, and oh, wow, I can buy all this stuff. But if you're doing, like, specifically a no-item run, it gets really superfluous. Like, money becomes just like, okay, whatever, I have gold. Ooh. Not like I can buy anything with it. Not like I need to. I could buy all the items in the game, but considering this is a no-item run, there's no point. So I'm not going to bother. But maybe... Okay, maybe I'm talking out of my ass here. Maybe I'm just saying this because it's a no-item run, and I'm like, money is useless if you're not buying items. Well, of course it's fucking useless if you're not buying items. You should be buying items. You shouldn't be playing the game this way. I'm only playing the game this way because I've already beaten it. And I've beaten it in New Game Plus, so I'm trying a different challenge. Now, what might be an even better challenge is if you play the game without upgrading your health at all. That might be a better challenge, and maybe I should have done that. Nah, I don't think I'm good enough for that. I don't think I've played the game enough or know enough of what I'm doing for that. I don't have the levels memorized. I have a good idea of what I'm doing in them, but I don't have them, well, memorized. Also, general rule of thumb, if you haven't figured it out yet, if any of the blocks look slightly discolored or have like a little one square that looks slightly off from the rest of it, chances are you can hit it and get something secret. Like, see how this one block is discolored? Hit it. You get chicken. This guy, easy, bounce. Alright, now I don't feel like fighting him, so I'm just gonna phase my way through him after taking damage. He doesn't give that much gold-wise, so I'm not really gonna worry about it. Also be wary of that mole will appear in several instances. Those fish, just bounce on them. You can kill them by hitting them from the side, but it's kind of pointless to do so. Stupid fire slimes. You don't know me. You don't know my life. I ain't about that. Fucking moles. Moles for days. Alright, so let's jump on the fishy fish. This fire level's actually... No, it's not that good. I was gonna say it's actually pretty good. It's not. It's a standard fire level. There's nothing really that special about it. It has all the fire level tropes that you would expect. It's got things jumping out of the lava. It's got something to bounce on. I will say, I guess the gel mechanic is pretty cool that it employs. But other than that, not really. Not really that cool. You'll see what I'm talking about when we reach it. The boss of this level is, he's pretty cool. He's got, a good number of mechanics, which I think makes him pretty interesting. But he's not really hard. He's not difficult to beat. Alright. We're gonna go this way. I think there's a music note at the end of this? I don't remember, actually. Oh. I gotta wait till the platform's lower. Well, I'm trying to show you the game, so I'm gonna go back and attempt that again. It's right here anyway, so I'll just not scrub it up this time. But yeah, if I had the alchemy coin, you could see how useful it is in situations like this. It's really freaking useful. No! No! Oh well. It's 900 gold. I don't care. Again, this is the kind of... I get this general feeling of apathy now because, you know, what does it matter? I can't buy meal tickets anymore. The gold doesn't matter. You can buy all the meal tickets you can buy in, like, the first, like, 2 levels of the game. So I think if they changed that and made it a little bit harder to get all the meal tickets, it might be a little bit more challenging to do a no-item run. But as it stands, it's not. Boop. And I'm across. Yep, I was right. Music note in the chest. Probably gonna die now. Alright, just wait. Wait for the fish. Don't be terrible. Okay, go. Yep. And go. And fish. And go. Alright. The fish pretty much spawn when you get to a certain point, so not really anything to worry about. I don't actually need that health, but I'll take it anyway. Alright, when you get to this point, do not down slash. Whatever you do, you will die if you do. Do it exactly the way you saw me do it. And again, if you want to cancel out of a down slash, if you're in the middle of doing one, just press the attack button again and you will cancel out of it. Alright, you want to hit this block first, which will make all the enemies come down. Hit the second one. Wait for the blocks to get out of the way, and then jump. Alright, so this is the gel I was telling you about also. Secret passage. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! It just leads you back to Chester and some extra loot if you want it. I'll go ahead and get it. Because, you know. You actually have to go around if you want the chest. I'm not going to bother with it. I don't care. So this is the gel mechanic. Pretty cool. It's, it incorporates it pretty nicely. I think mechanically, maybe I should rephrase. I don't think mechanically it's that great. You know, it's just bouncy gel, and every fucking game in their brother has bouncy gel in it. It's nothing new or innovative, really. But the fact that it's here, and in this kind of aesthetic where it's like, oh, well, you got this goo that's, like, you know, freezing over this lava because of this Steam work public whatever this is. I think I almost said Steam Workshop. Whatever. Because you have this goo leaking into the ground, which might even presumably be from the exploded Torium. It doesn't really say, so maybe that's linking it all together. I don't know. But the way it employs it, where you can freeze parts of the level like this, pretty cool. I think it's nice. I think it's a nice little mechanic. But I like it more for its aesthetic merit than I do its mechanical merit. That's the point I'm trying to get across. It's a done mechanic, but it's pretty cool aesthetically. It gives the level a little bit more life than, oh, this is a boring fire level. It's like every other fire level you've ever played. Because if this wasn't here, yeah, it's every other fire level you have ever played in a video game that had fire levels. The ice level is very similar. Actually, we should... Oh, I can't go up that way now. Like I said, cancel out of the down bounds, because if you don't, well, that's gonna suck. Then just break that, and he's down in the lava. If you actually care about the gems he's gonna give, you can try for it. I don't bother. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, let's dig this up. And suck some more. Bounce. Oh, he actually only takes like 4 hits. Okay, so if you actually desperately want to kill that guy and get his loot, he only takes like 4 hits. Alright, let's go over and grab this. Oh, we've got the bug started. Damn it. Alright, we can't go the other way. So once you get the beetles started, you gotta basically ride them to the other side of this level. Again, not a mechanic that's new, but it's kinda nice. It's nice that it's there, really, is the point. It's something. And again, aesthetically, it's kinda cool to see it in this kind of level. But not a new mechanic by any stretch of the imagination. Not innovative, anyway. Oh, and then he falls. Nah. Poor little beetle guy. Sucks for him. Alright, so I believe we're coming up on the boss chamber now. Good point to get a little bit of extra health if you haven't. This is actually a point where you can use an item that you can get from Chester in the level. The, I forget what they're called. Something Knuckles. Lets you punch through blocks and it automatically moves you forward through blocks. So it's pretty nice for just traversing levels. I am the Shovel Knight, and I'm going to beat you, Mole Knight. My voices. Gonna have to take that hit because I was taking a drink. Alright, so, Mole Knight. Pretty simple, straightforward. Jump on him, avoid the sparks. When he does that, he's gonna summon blocks, just dig through them. You don't really need to worry about getting hits on him when he's doing that. Okay, look for the thing where it looks like his helmet when he does that. And you can hit him and prevent him from exploding these little fire things that you're seeing on screen all over the screen. Otherwise, it just makes it really annoying. So don't let him do that, and yeah. Dodge the whatevers. And getting through this is easy. Just keep hitting it. You might take damage. Not really a big deal. Oh, he's over there. Shite. Sometimes he'll be too far away for you to be able to hit him. Dodging these fire projectiles is actually a little bit difficult, so... Fight's a little bit hard the first time you go through it. It's a fair challenge, I'd say. It's certainly not the hardest boss, but it'll give you a run for its money. Probably give you a run for your money the first time around, because it's hard. Or at least it's a little bit difficult because he's doing so much. There's so much going on screen. It's kind of hard to track what's going on. And it's really hard to dodge all this fire. Also, if you're wondering, he's invincible right now, so I can't touch him. When he does that, he goes invisible and you can't hit him. When he puts the blocks down, you need to dig yourself out as fast as you can, otherwise he will hit you. And it will suck. Boop. And that's how you do it the Omega way. Beat the guy, and then he gets taken off by moles. You're gay for Mole Man. Simpsons reference. Yay.